Hi friends, I am going to be making some homemade cornbread today to go with some soup that we're going to make a little later. And I'm going to use my stand mixer. I am in love with this. And yes, I am the girl who never thought I needed a stand mixer in my kitchen because I don't bake. But let me just tell you, the confidence I have in my baking skills has increased since I have this gem of a tool. So I'm going to just found this recipe online. Just gonna add our dry ingredients, flour, cornmeal, a must if you're making cornbread. There's some sugar, got some salt and some baking powder. Now, the nice thing about this stand mixer, let me get all my ingredients out, is that it pretty much thinks for itself. I'm gonna be mixing. I'm gonna mix my dry ingredients. I'm gonna turn my knob down to the mixing, and then I press, and then it lets me adjust the time. Now for this, I just need to get those dry ingredients mixed together, so I do not need the full 2.5 minutes. I'm gonna put 1.5 minutes, even though I'm not gonna mix all the way. I'm gonna just mix, let those dry ingredients incorporate, and then I can pause this, add my wet ingredients to give a final mix. Okay, so it looks like those dry ingredients are incorporated. I'm just going to take, the recipe calls to just kind of make a little bit of a hole in the center of the dry ingredients. And then we're gonna add our wets. So I'm gonna add the milk. I'm gonna add the egg, and it gives you a choice between oil and butter. I picked butter because it's butter. Okay, now I'm just gonna put the head back down, and I'm gonna just press the button, which is just gonna continue. It's gonna pick up where it left off. Again, it thinks for you. Now, the recipe does say you wanna mix until it's incorporated. You still want kind of some thick or some lumps in the cornbread mixture. So I'm just gonna make sure. This is pretty sweet. Now I'm gonna be using our new tart pan. The nice thing about this, besides the fact that it has a lid, is that look, the center lifts out. So once it's done baking, it's gonna be so easy to lift up. And all I did was just took a little coconut oil, brushed it around the edges. Okay, I'm gonna stop this because that is nice and incorporated. And I'm gonna lift that up. Get a scraper and I'll be right back. I'm gonna get all of the goodness out into the bowl. We're just gonna pour this in. This will bake for about 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes on 400. But you can see how nice and incorporated those ingredients got. There are still some lumps. And I will say this stand mixer, if I let it keep going, it would have taken those lumps right out. But depending on what you are baking, I'm learning you don't want to overmix for sure. All right, I will come back and show you the finished cornbread here in a little bit. Bye for now.